Zodiac Killer, this name still sends shivers down spines. He terrorized Northern California in the late 1960s. He was a phantom, a shadow lurking in the night. His weapon of choice? Fear itself. The Zodiac Killer preyed on young couples. He attacked them in secluded locations. His motives remain a mystery. He seemed to crave notoriety. He taunted police with cryptic messages. These messages were sent to local newspapers. They were filled with ciphers and strange symbols. Some were solved, others remain uncracked. The Zodiac's identity still unknown. The Zodiac Killer case is a puzzle. It is a puzzle with missing pieces. It is a chilling reminder of the darkness that can hide in plain sight. The Zodiac's reign of terror began in December 1968. David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen were his first victims. They were shot dead in their car. The location? A lover's lane near Vallejo, California. 6 months later, the Zodiac struck again. Michael Mageau and Darlene Ferrin were attacked in a similar fashion. Only Michael survived the attack. He provided a description of the assailant. The Zodiac began sending letters to newspapers. He claimed responsibility for the murders. The letters contained those strange ciphers. He threatened more violence if they weren't printed. In September 1969, the Zodiac struck again. Cecilia Shepard and Brian Hartnell were attacked while picnicking at Lake Berryessa. Both were stabbed repeatedly. Only Brian survived. The final confirmed victim was Paul Stein. He was a cab driver, shot and killed in San Francisco. The Zodiac mailed a piece of Stein's shirt to the newspapers. He claimed responsibility for the murder. The Zodiac Killer loved to play games. He sent letters and cards to newspapers. He wanted to keep the public terrified. He wanted to stay one step ahead of the police. These messages were bizarre. They were filled with misspellings and strange phrases. Some were written in code. He used a mix of astrological symbols and other ciphers. One cipher, the 408-symbol cipher, was solved. It revealed a chilling message. The Zodiac claimed he killed for sport. He said he was collecting slaves for the afterlife. Other ciphers, like the 340-character cipher, remain unsolved. They could hold the key to his identity, or they could be elaborate hoaxes. The mystery remains. The Zodiac's messages were a form of psychological warfare. They kept the public guessing. They kept the police frustrated. Faces in the shadows. Prime suspects. Over the years, hundreds of suspects have been investigated. Some fit the profile, while others had flimsy connections. Here are a few of the most prominent. Arthur Leigh Allen. He was a former teacher and convicted child molester. He owned a Zodiac brand watch and even wore boots that matched footprints at a crime scene. However, handwriting and fingerprint analysis did not match. Lawrence Kane. This suspect worked near one of the crime scenes. He also had a broken watch that matched the description of one worn by the Zodiac. But again, concrete evidence was lacking. Ross Sullivan. A former librarian, Sullivan bore a resemblance to a police sketch. He also disappeared after the murder stopped. However, there was no direct evidence linking him to the crimes. The lack of conclusive evidence has fueled endless speculation. Could the killer still be out there? Or did he disappear into the shadows, taking his secrets with him? Secrets with... Cold case, new leads. The hunt continues. The Zodiac case went cold. Years turned into decades, but the mystery never died. New leads surfaced and amateur sleuths continued to investigate. In 2021, a team of independent investigators called the Casebreakers claimed to have identified the Zodiac as Gary Poste. Poste was a deceased house painter who lived in the area during the murders. The Casebreakers pointed to circumstantial evidence. They found photos and coded messages they believed linked Poste to the crimes. However, law enforcement officials have not confirmed these findings. DNA technology has also offered new hope. In 2023, investigators announced they were re-examining evidence. They hoped to extract usable DNA profiles. Could this finally crack the case? The search for the Zodiac continues. Will we ever know the truth? Or will this chilling mystery remain unsolved? Enduring enigma, the Zodiac's grip on history. The Zodiac Killer case is a haunting reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface. The case has captivated the public imagination for decades. Why? Perhaps it is the unsolved nature of the crimes. The Zodiac's identity remains a mystery, and his motives remain shrouded in speculation. Or maybe it's the way he terrorized a community. The Zodiac's letters and ciphers were a form of psychological torture. He seemed to revel in the fear he created. Whatever the reason, the Zodiac Killer has become a part of American folklore. He is a boogeyman, a cautionary tale, a chilling reminder of the evil that men do. The case serves as a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance, and it underscores the dedication of law enforcement in their pursuit of justice, no matter how much time has passed.